Welcome back to Divine Wonders, the Miracles of Jesus. Today, we follow Jesus as he heals a man who is deaf and has a speech impediment. This miracle not only demonstrates Jesus' power to heal physical ailments, but also symbolizes spiritual healing and the opening of our hearts and minds to God's Word. Jesus encounters a man who is deaf and has a speech impediment. He takes the man aside, puts his fingers in the man's ears, spits, and touches the man's tongue. Looking up to heaven, Jesus says, "Ephphatha," which means "be opened," and the man is healed, as recounted in Mark, July 31st, 37. To fully appreciate the impact of this miracle, let's explore the historical and cultural context. In ancient Jewish society, those with disabilities often faced social isolation and stigma. The man's deafness and speech impediment would have significantly impacted his ability to participate in community and religious life. The use of saliva and touch in healing was not uncommon in ancient healing practices. Jesus' intimate and personal approach, combined with his divine command, highlights his unique authority and compassion. Understanding this context helps us appreciate the significance of the healing ritual Jesus performed. Theologically, this miracle emphasizes Jesus' authority over physical and spiritual ailments. The command "Ephphatha," meaning "be opened," signifies not only the opening of the man's ears and loosening of his tongue, but also the spiritual opening of hearts and minds to God's Word. This miracle underscores the holistic nature of Jesus' healing ministry, addressing both physical and spiritual needs. Jesus' actions also highlight his compassion and personal care. By taking the man aside and performing the healing in a private setting, Jesus shows respect and sensitivity towards the man's condition and dignity. This reinforces the idea that Jesus' healing is both powerful and deeply personal. Spiritually, this miracle teaches us about the importance of being open to God's Word and the transformative power of Jesus. The man's healing symbolizes the opening of our own spiritual ears to hear God's voice and our tongues to speak His truth. It reminds us that Jesus has the power to remove barriers that prevent us from fully experiencing and proclaiming God's love. First, openness to God's Word. This miracle encourages us to be open to hearing and receiving God's Word, allowing it to transform our lives. Second, compassion and sensitivity. Jesus' compassionate approach to healing reminds us to treat others with respect and sensitivity, especially those who are marginalized or isolated. Third, proclaiming God's truth. The man's ability to speak clearly after being healed inspires us to share God's truth and love with others, using our voices to glorify Him. Reflect on areas in your life where you need to be more open to God's Word. How can you cultivate a spirit of openness and receptivity? How can you show compassion and sensitivity to those around you, following Jesus' example? Thank you for exploring the healing of the deaf and mute man with us. In our next episode, we will witness the miraculous feeding of the 4,000. Make sure to subscribe and share this journey with others. Until next time, may your ears be open to hear God's Word and your tongue be loosened to speak His truth.